women on dirt bikes. I just came back from a Megs Braap all-women's clinic that I assisted her with in Kelowna, British Columbia. It was a smashing success. It was fascinating and humbling to watch such progression from the morning till the end of the day. It's like a bunch of scared little ducklings out there wobbling around to completely different body language, confidence, starting, stopping, getting in line for the drills. Everything just ran so smooth, and it was so fascinating to watch the progress. Not only did the women make on their motorcycles, but also just in a social setting. It was like a bunch of strangers or groups of strangers together for the first time, and then suddenly at the end it was like everyone knew everyone was cheering for everyone, and it was incredible to be a part of.
I ride dirt bikes because it's badass.
I want to talk about the idea of doing our best to get women involved in the sport. It's very important, and it's more important than you think. We have been preaching this forever. In our group, we always say inclusive. We want to be an inclusive group, so it's like we don't care if you're red, black, brown, purple, tall, short, fat, thin, old, young, confident, not confident. The only thing we don't want is arrogance. That's our one limiting factor for inclusiveness.
I ride dirt bikes because I can.
We've been talking about this for a long time, and we've been trying to encourage women to get involved. The superficial reason, and all the meatheads out there will immediately go to this one, they think female dirt bikers are hot, and they would make immediately, that's a wife, sign me up. I want a woman who is going to ride dirt bikes with me for the rest of my life. And I get it. That's the very first stop on the thought process. Here's an important reason. They have unbelievable enthusiasm. It's earnest, it's pure, it's sincere. I watched the women go through the clinic, and the enthusiasm and their positive attitude and the spirit was so fun to be around and so refreshing. 2, they bring a different perspective.
I love riding because it forces you to be fully present in the moment.
So we as males, full of testosterone, approach dirt biking in a different way. It's either competitive, which, between men things will never not be competitive at some level. They're not as competitive as men, and I'm generalizing, of course. I find that they don't treat it the same way we do. It's like a fun thing to do, and they really focus on being with friends, and it's very, very social. And I know us being out in the woods or the bush is also very social, but it's just social in a different way. It's good to have a different perspective inside of the sport. They bring credibility to the sport. A sport like dirt biking that has 90% men is limited to how well that sport can develop. A bunch of dudes at a sausage fest, and it's like people get interested, but society isn't feeling that one. It's like a fringe sort of thing. Getting women involved will add credibility and make it easier for a layperson to accept the sport of dirt biking when there's 60% men, there's 40% women. Family is important, so women bring children. Women and children and a husband or a spouse of some sort equals family. And suddenly, the idea of family, it legitimizes dirt biking in the mind and eyes of society. And that's very, very important. Starting from the most superficial reason ever, which is, I think they're hot. I think girls who ride dirt bikes are really hot. And then there's the much deeper, much more important reason, which is you're bringing families into the sport, and it's changing how society views us, and will create a situation where this sport will survive through anything. Land use issues, noise, which eventually is going away, but all of these things that we're up against right now, involving family into off-road riding is going to withstand all of the pressure. You want to save dirt biking? You encourage and support women who want to ride dirt bikes. That is why Megs Braap and her clinics are so unbelievably important. So, do you guys have any thoughts on what we just said? We think about these topics and discuss them here internally all the time. We love the sport just like you do. We want to see it protected and grow. We think women are a big part of that. Let us know your opinion.